Hey, Falfa guy here. Gonna play Binding Blade, Chapter 12 for the first time. I didn't try recording a video on this before or something, and then Loudon went and died to a dark mage after some other crap went wrong. Nope, none happened like that. No, but it totally did. Yeah. That being said, you don't have to suffer through me setting up too much. I'm actually gonna be switching around the, just a moment. There we go, there's that. And then, So as you can, so I'm kind of fiddling around with, like deployment order here, and it's actually very important. And here's why. First of all, I guess I'll talk. Before I talk about the map, I want to talk about this fucker, this piece of shit. He's got a sleep staff, and he can put anyone within this range to sleep, and it really sucks because I only have one restore staff to work with. Even if Sol were here and not dead, I would only have one restore staff to work with, and clearing can't be on both sides at once, surprisingly. So if someone gets put to sleep, they need to be nearby. And here's where the deployment order comes in. For whatever reason, staff users, so like those who use stuff like sleep staff or berserk staff or whatever, prioritize those, like targeting those that are the last in the deployment slot. So what I did was I purposely, as you can see, put Shauna in the last deployment slot because she's got a pretty good amount of resistance, meaning she's less likely to be put to sleep. And in the event that she does get put to sleep, because of where I put her on the map, she'll be next to Clarine. Fantastic. And I've minimized the chances of the sleep staff user going for anyone over here, which, by the way, something to mention is that the game decided to take Fred's approach and to split up, not to search for clues though. I guess I don't know. I guess I covered more ground or some crap. Anyways, they're split up, so positioning. Starting positions is very important, because, you know, that literally determines which side you're on. So what is there to deal with on... I'll talk about the right side first, because there's not much to talk about. There's less units over here, and the reason is simply because you don't need that many. What is there to deal with? Well, first of all, first big hurdle right away is just the killer axe guy here, just immediately. So you'll need to watch out there. This sniper guy, you would think he'd be a problem because I am gonna have some of my units go along here, but actually he's not really a bother, because he does not move. So as long as you don't stand right here, you're perfectly fine. I think he's just there to prevent you from breaking down the wall, which even that sort of doesn't work, because, like, you can just stand at 2 range. Also, there's no real point in trying to get in there, because, like, the EX... I don't know, I don't feel like I don't... Well, I mean, you could try to bust in here to take out the sleep staff guy, but I don't know. By the time you do so, he would probably already have broken his sleep staff. And yeah, there's a bunch of archers and shaman are hiding away in here, which sucks. But that's that's kind of the point of the chapter, so deal with it. And on the right side, there's a bunch of chests here, which how I've decided to tackle this is because there's a chest over here as well. How I decided to tackle this was to give a door key to... Well, I gave a door key to Fear. I might actually give it to Lilina instead. And nah, I'm gonna have Fear keep the door key. And Lalum has the chest key. I'm gonna have her give it to someone else because she's better off dancing. I'll probably give it to Echidna because she has the most movement, and there's not a whole lot of enemies to deal with along this corridor. What is there to deal with? Oh yes, the boss, Arcardo. He's pretty dangerous, as all FE6 bosses are. His stats are pretty high, and he hits freaking hard. He hits pretty freaking hard because he's got a silver lance and he's got a high strength stat, and all of his other stats are pretty dang good as well. But I can handle him. Trust me, he won't be a problem. For those of you who have already played the game, you'll know why. Well, oh yeah, there's a sleep staff user next to him, which he's not that big of a deal because I don't think, yeah, he doesn't move. So this range here is actually misleading. Let's see, I forget. I know it says that his range is his magic stat, but that's actually false. Well, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is false. So his magic stat is 7, which for a sleep staff user is kind of crap. He probably won't even reach up. He'll probably like only barely reach outside the throne room. So he's not a problem, honestly, because by the time you're within his range, you'll have dealt with all the enemies here anyways. Which I want to talk about Ray real quick here. So a lot of people say that like the only requirement to for a red recruitable unit to get hard mode bonuses is to be, well, a red unit. That's actually not true. It's just that because the other requirement is that they show up as a reinforcement. For example, Rucker has gets hard mode bonuses, some pretty amazing ones, in fact. And that's because he spawns on the map as an enemy, and he's a reinforcement. Those are the main two things. But as you can see here, Ray's here on the prep screen. He's not a reinforcement, so he does not get hard mode bonuses. Pretty unfortunate for him. But I'll delve more into what he's all about once I recruit him. Which, to recruit him, you need either Lug, which I'm not going to use, or Chad, which I'm going to use him because I need a thief anyways. I would prefer to use Astor, but I don't need 2 thieves. Although that would be useful. I gotta watch my deployment slots because more specifically, I gotta watch. Yeah, deployment over here. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, on the left side, you got these Steel Axe guys. They're no problem, as you might expect. You do need to be careful with the archers, in particular the longbow guy. So be careful with Shauna. That's all that really needs to be said. Loop around here, and there's a warrior, which is what fighters promote into. And a bunch of fighters. You can lure 2 of them. Not this one. You can lure 2 of them down here, which is actually pretty nice. That's all there really is to say about the map. Now, I got a crap ton of really useful items last chapter, so I'm gonna quickly go over what I did with them. We'll try quickly. I gave the Dragon Shield to Gonzales. I gave the Orion's Bolt to Shin, so that he can promote. I don't see myself promoting him this chapter, or rather not as soon as he hits level 10 anyways, because he's going to be mostly using bows anyways, and I don't see the need to right now. I might as well get him some more levels first. I gave Echidna some actually good weapons. You know, I gave her a killer axe. Let's see. Oh yes, I'm going to promote Fear as soon as the chapter starts, because her speed is capped, so I might as well. Angelic Robe is going to Lilina, so that she can maybe survive getting hit, or doubled, or whatever. And yeah. The Durando's gonna come in real handy this chapter, and I'll go into why for it real soon. But anyways, let's do this. Oh yeah, by the way, I lied about the boss. It's not Arcardo, it's actually Flare. He's got pretty high HP, and honestly, I'd say he's easier than Arcardo would have been. Yeah, he's got high strength, but like, he has a Steel Lance, and Steel Lances are garbage. Also, he can't attack at 2 range, though, because he's on the throne, I guess it's not that easy to actually, I forget, do flyers even do they even benefit from the throne because the throne is terrain? He might not, so that's even worse for him. So yeah, pretty freaking easy boss, I'd say. Also, you can cheese him with like arrows and the Durandal, because the Durandal is effective against wyverns. Also, Fear has a Worm Slayer. So yeah, Flare, pretty easy boss. Would you know, like, considering he's the throne boss? That's relieving to hear. I mean, if I'm wrong about the terrain thing, he could be annoying to deal with, but, you know, we'll figure that out. But anyhow, first things first. We'll take care of this guy. Oh, he didn't crit. Hey, that's cool. I can just give the EXP to someone else. There we go. Bam. Alrighty. What's Lance's damage? 15. I'm actually gonna have Shauna attack first because she doesn't get too much experience now she's promoted. Although before I do anything else, yeah, there's a longbow guy, so I gotta be careful with Shauna. Anyways, yeah, Shauna's damage output isn't too spectacular, but I mean, come on. She dodges crap like a champ. She's got the same amount of speed as Rucker, just to let you know. Well, roughly the same amount. Yeah. She's only one off. Like, whatever. I'll have Alan just move over there to take care of the knight and simultaneously give Lance some support to give him more hit. Oh yeah, I went and give Lance a steel sword because I'm running low on iron swords. And I needed to give the iron sword to someone else. I forget who I gave it to. I think Shauna. Yeah. And Chad just kind of does that. Oh yeah, Roy's actually gonna be kind of useful in this chapter. Because of the light brand that he has. I'd say this is this is definitely one of Roy's better chapters. Which, I mean, not really sure if that's saying anything, cause like, Roy sucks, but like, hey, you know, he's gotta get a win somewhere. You know? Okay, now in an ideal world, Echidna will hit this. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do here is use a hero crest. Ba-bam! And I will have her take on the Killer Axe guy, because like, if she gets crit, I think she'll die, but at the same time, she has to, 1, get hit, and 2, get crit on top of that. Chances are pretty low. They're not 0, unfortunately, but at worst, I can reset, I guess. Ah, crap. Alright, there we go. Yeah! Oh yeah, by the way, Fierce Sprite, pretty dang great. I mean, it's a Swordmaster sprite, so, you know, I guess you gotta love it. Let's see, yeah, Fear has a door key. Here we go. Gotta do the thing with the stat boosting thing, real quick. Oh yeah, by the way, I lied again about the boss. It's not Flare, after all. It's Ein. I mean, some people say Ein. I say Ein. Oh wow, that's nice. That's actually pretty nice. Every time I get a low % crit like that, I always remember that I could die to one of those myself. Yeah, longbow guy's not really a big issue aside from having to protect Shauna. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the Eclipse guy. So yeah, you're not seeing that wrong. That actually has 0 hit on it. And yeah, there we go. My plan worked. Sleep staff guy's going for Shauna. It saves you a lot of pain if you manipulate the deployment slots correctly. Alright, so Eclipse guy, he's pretty Eclipse is awful. It reduces enemy HP to 1. Alright, well, I mean, that sounds dangerous, but you have to actually get hit by it. And this thing has 10 hit. Which means that most of the targets he goes for, if not all the targets he goes for, 0 hit. Like, his best target was freaking Chlorine, apparently. And yeah, clearly that didn't work out. It has 0 freaking hit on it. So yeah, Eclipse guy is freaking hilarious. And he's nothing to worry about at all. Steel Lance, Steel Lance. Alright, no, Steel Axe. Take an iron axe to the face. I should have used Lena to chip. Eh, whatever. Well, no, I can still do that. Yeah. Oh, yes. I do have to worry about Flux Guy. Not making that mistake again. Yeah, so Lilina can just get a clean 14 damage off. Okay, just hit one. There we go. And then, yeah, I just kind of... Now, the crit does not one-shot the Steelix guy, true, but, like... Come on now. It contributed to the one round anyways, like, come on now. Even though her strength isn't super fantastic. I mean, come on now. Yeah, you know what? I can try to... Fear has a door key, that's right. I'm gonna dance for Gonzales. I should have traded with a Echidna. That's fine. Anyways, on the off chance that Gonzales gets a kill or something up here, I'm gonna have him put him up here because he could take he could take hits. He's got a lot of health. Now here's where Roy could actually be useful. Because Shin can't kill on his own. However, I can chip him with the light brand. Yeah, this is an actual strat. See, Roy good. You just have to give him the only 2-range sword in the game. Simple. There we go. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, should need strength. Strength is good. So, rescue Roy, take him over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right, I can equip hand axe. And then drop him off there. There we go. And yeah, I quit and like heal Shin. Yeah, I could turn Clarion's animations off, but I honestly don't care enough to deal with it. Maybe once these videos start getting views, someone can comment about it, and and then I'll be like, okay, I guess I'll do that. Alrighty. And yeah, they took the bait, of course. 69 hit. This has to work. Whee! Also 13 crit. Oh my god. That's the power of supports. There, alright. Now Steelbow guy, what are the chances? 45 hit. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh wow, Gonzales doubles. That Eclipse animation looks really good. Shame that it sucks though. Dagnabbit. Yeah, warriors have a lot of HP. Oh god. Why'd he go for Lilina? Shauna's out of range, that's why. Okay, it missed. Oh man, okay, so I do want Shauna to be in range of Sleep Staff guy next turn. The problem with that is, actually I want to check something. Well that doesn't help. I was trying to check what the deployment order is right now, but I can't. So I'll just have to put Shauna in range, which I don't think I can safely because there's these archers here to worry about. How dangerous are the shaman? That's the real question. Okay, not particularly. That's good, I guess. Taking on these guys is a pain because, because you can't get up close to them, obviously, because the walls are in the way, and like, you can only realistically attack them with one unit at a time, which sucks, because you don't generally one-round things in this game. Lilina might just end up going to sleep, which, that's a shame. I could have Shauna head down here, I guess. Sucks though, I was hoping she'd move forward, but eh, whatever. It's not that big of a setback. Speed. Oh, 13. Oh wait. Roy actually double. Roy doesn't double? Oh, he gets weighed down. Yeah, dagnabbit. Okay, so clearly I gotta take down the archers here. And these guys don't have a whole lot to do, I guess, so I'm just gonna unlock the door. I can't get Lilina out of range of Sleep Staff user, which, whatever, that's fine, I have a plan anyways, so... Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have given her... I need more than one freaking door key. I'm a freaking idiot. That's fine. That's fine. I have a backup plan that I totally didn't just come up with on the spot. Let's see. Chest key. Oh, yes, that's right. I'll give Fear the chest key, then dance for her. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right, Lance Reaver. Yeah. Surprise, surprise, Lance Reaver is another one of those weird reverse weapon triangle things. And this one's actually good. I like this one. Its hit rate is nice. It has the same Midas killing edges. It has like some built-in crit, but it's like whatever. But yeah, I like it because it helps Fear and Rucker. Though I prefer to use it on Fear for like weapon triangle, because that's like one of their like weaknesses, I suppose. Weapon triangle. They don't really have a way to deal with it other than this. Yeah, that's actually nice. Get way down. Let's see, speed. So I'll have a better time hitting this guy, I suppose. Nice. Hey, he hit him once, and that works for me, I guess. Hey. Some skill would be nice, but but his skill growth is probably bad. Okay, I gotta be careful moving the Lena. So she can go no further than here, I guess. Although, while she's stuck here, I might as well have her use a vulnerary. So that she can maybe survive. I mean, yeah, she has just enough speed that she doesn't get doubled. I know. It's great, right? Just curious, I'm not gonna actually go through. Oh wow, she actually lives. I just got a stupid idea. I'm probably not gonna actually do it, but I could have Shin chip him down and then Shada could get the kill. Nah, that's dumb. Here's an idea. Unfortunately, this guy lives on 1 health because physics staff has to ruin everything. But of course, I can. There we go. So that takes care of that guy. So now, unless they're like someone 1 rounds, 58. I don't like that hit rate. I mean 66 is fine. That's only because he's in support range of Lance. $14, 28. Well, no, I want it to 1 round. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can. Here's what I'm proposing. Yeah, I can have Alan go here. There we go. This is one of those instances where you actually where I'm actually going to be more offensive on enemy phase, if you can believe it. Purposely left him out of range with the Dark Mage, just in case something goes wrong. Oh yeah, that's right. I want Shauna to be in range of Sleep Staff guy. Because if he puts Lilina to sleep, it wouldn't be the biggest downfall in the world, but it would still suck. Oh wow. I mean, there's no other threats besides. I could go for Chip. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather heal Roy because I want Clarine to get A rank. Bleh, to get A rank by the time I get the Warp Staff. Yeah, she needs to do a lot of healing and stuff. And I mean, I got this warrior in a good spot anyways, so. Yeah, I might as well build up support. And then, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Ayn. I'll do that next turn. If I don't forget. Yeah, I'm not surprised he went for Gonzales. Gonzales' hit rate is pretty crap, in case you didn't notice. But he's doubling. And as you can see, he's doing some damage. He's doing some meaningful damage. Nice. Oh yeah! The crit animation for Hand Axe Paladin is pretty lame, but at the same time, that's a pretty specific animation. I didn't give Chad a sword because I don't have any spare swords to give him. There we go, he went for Shauna. The bait worked. And they all missed too, which that's pretty freaking great as well. Yeah, physics staff has to ruin everything. But I can have Gonzales go for the kill on the longbow guy. There we go. Yeah, you have to deal with the crap hit rate, but assuming you don't get too unlucky, you can make it work. Echidna's not going to one round, but that's fine. Because chances are the archer's going to go for Gonzales, and that's when... and that's hopefully when we'll kill him. Neat. I'm not... As good as Fear is, I'm not in a huge rush to get her over here. I want Lilina to get EXP, so, oh yeah, that's right. They'll both be in danger, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can put Lilina here. I give the chest key to Lalum so she can give it to someone else when she dances for them. Whatever. I don't think I'm gonna need the chest key anymore this chapter, and you'll see why soon. I don't know why I danced for Fear and not Lena. That's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal. I can just rescue Lena. That sucks though. Oh well. Yeah, hit rate's pretty shaky, but I'm using Gonzales, so I should have moved Lance for the support, now that I think about it. And then Shauna doesn't have much to do, so I'll just have her... Yeah, I'll just have her bully the Eclipse Shaman. Would be a shame if he had a actually competent weapon. Okay, Air Calibur's actually pretty nice. Effective against flyers, yeah. I already talked about this in chapter 8 when I had to deal with someone like that. Chapter 8X also had Air Caliber made, but yeah, Air Caliber is pretty good. That being said, as far as who can use it, like Lilina can use it, but and like Lou can use it, assuming you use him, but like those are really the only two that can realistically use it at this moment. And both of them aren't exactly known for being huge powerhouse. Well, I mean Lilina kind of is, but at the same time, even though I am using her, I do acknowledge that she's not that good of a unit. Alright, now, so... The only way to take this guy out this turn would be to use a longbow, which I'd rather not, but I guess I kind of have to. For accuracy, I'm going to use Chlorine. Also, nice dodge. Okay, just hit one of them. There we go. I want to get Shin some EXP. And then there's the shaman to deal with, which I can deal with him. Although I guess I should worry about his luck. Well, maybe not. I don't think so. That'd be fun, actually. There we go. Shaman probably won't want to attack Roy because he will consider weapon triangle. And yeah, Alan's just a better target. There we go. That being said, Alan, you know, pretty dang good, so. Yeah, you know how this is gonna go. Yeah. Oh wait, the archer didn't... I just realized, the archer did not attack. Oh, he went into heal mode because he was at low health. That's annoying. Heal mode is something that a lot of AI enemies have when... Well, some AI enemies will have when they are low health. If there's a way for them to heal, like a fort, or in this case a physics staff healer, then they will like just not attack and will try to heal as quickly as possible until they get to full health, I think. Which is annoying. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to talk about Ein. So yeah, new unit. He's a Manicheat, and They're like dragons. God, they're basically the dragons. Now, how they work is that, like... So... Idea is actually gonna be... If you don't have... something that's effective against dragons, he can actually be a problem. He's not impossible to deal with, but he can be pretty annoying. Because he's got a crap ton of defense, as you can see here. 23 is nuts. For whatever reason... So, the reason why it's showing, like, plus 10s, and, you know, like it's, you know, showing green numbers there is because the weapon he has, which is the Firestone, it doesn't really say anything about its stats. But it has, I can't remember how much might. I'm actually going to look this up. I think it's 8 might. It's annoying that the game doesn't tell you this, because it's kind of important to know. Although there is actually a funny glitch that I can do later on. I've never tried it, and I don't really plan to. You can actually get a Firestone of your own with glitches. Normally you can't get one, so I think it's pretty funny. I don't care about the Firestone from the other games. I want to know about the one from FP6. Oh my god! It has 15 might. Yeah, it's 15 might. Anyways, so it gives him 15 might, and apparently it has a hit rate of 100. So that actually is something to think about, because they hit pretty hard. With that 15 might, combined with their Ein's pretty high strength. And his by the way, his stats here are that of a typical Manakee. Just saying right now. Like, this is the kind of crap you'll be seeing from them. Now he can only attack at one range, so you can cheese him. So aside from dragon, like anti-dragon weapons, the best way to take care of him is magic. So Lilina will actually be good to deal with Ein. It's easy to cheese him because he can't attack at 2 range, he's stuck at 1 range. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Firestone is what's giving him these buffs, by the way. If it weren't for that, his stats would be garbage, but, you know, that's kind of the point. Because it fits with the lore, which it kind of gets into later. Yeah, Ein is weird, but yeah. Okay, I got Flux. I can't use it right now because I don't have any dark magic users, but it's not really meant, you know, that... I mean, it's pretty clear who's meant to use it. I mean, yeah. I want to get Shauna's lance rank up as soon as I can, so she can use silver lances. Oh yeah, Shauna is gonna fairy chat over here, I suppose. Alright, that takes care of the most dangerous guys, I suppose. This guy sucks. I hate him! Okay, big brain strat, I guess. Drop Lilina. There. Hold on. Hold that thought. Yeah, drop Lillian off there. Lalum will dance for fear. And now Lalum is in range of the archer, which is bad, but what I can do... Rescue Lilina. Rescue Lalum. God damn it. That's fine. I meant to rescue... okay. It's fine, she won't be getting doubled. But I was hoping to freaking, have him rescue Lilina instead. So Echidna probably won't be killing him. Assuming the archer even attacks. Or I could not be a freaking idiot and just... Well, I mean I can't because Canax is about to break. Okay, drop over there. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I could just freaking kill him. Well, and then Alan will get one more chance. There we go. So yeah, I didn't need to do all that, but oh well. Can't forget about the Flux guy. Alrighty. Well, that was eventful. Yeah, this chapter's not the most exciting one ever, but I think it's a nice breather after the chaos of 11A, assuming you take A route. I don't know how ridiculous B route is. People don't really talk about B route a whole lot, if I'm gonna be honest. And considering that I've only done A route, it kind of goes to I mean, you know, it kind of goes without saying that I'm only familiar with A route. Alright. Oh yes, I forgot to mention. So there's actually a guy. This is actually a chapter linked to a guiding chapter. The requirement for this guiding chapter to get to chapter 12X is actually pretty simple. Just clear the chapter in a certain amount of turns. I forget how many turns because it's really not that big of a deal. As long as you're not incredibly slow, just clear the chapter and voila. I don't know if the game even gives you any indication of this in like the opening cutscene of this chapter or anything. Alrighty. Yeah, that'll work, I guess. Oh. Well, I didn't think of that. Ugh, freaking whatever. I was trying to have my cake and eat it too. I was trying to use the heal staff on Alan and simultaneously have Rucker here, but of course I gotta, you know, use physics staff instead. It's not a massive deal, I guess, but you know, I'm not particularly fond of it either, I suppose. Alrighty. Wait, why didn't I equip the iron axe? Why didn't I equip the freaking sword? I'm an idiot. Hey, it works out anyways, and you know, I might as well consider sword uses because I need swords. On the off chance that they all hit him, then he would have died, but eh. But, you know, like, eh, they use steel axes, and steel axes suck, so... Alright, it does not kill him. That's actually good, because I want Shin to kill him. Nice. Let's see. Oh, wow! B rank. I have been using Alan a lot, haven't I? Nice. Alright, now the warrior. Oh yeah, here's something weird. So this guy uses a hand axe. But warriors can actually use bows, believe it or not. In addition to axes. That's like one of the perks, I suppose. But he doesn't have one, so... Okay. Thankfully, there's no ridiculous crit rate to deal with. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a hand axe. Oh, well, I could just have Rucker stand here menacingly. Oh yeah, that's right. I want to get Roy up here quickly, for good reason. Ah, crit. Ooh, hey, there's the crit animation. I freaking love that scream. Nice. That's going in the thumbnail, by the way. I don't care. Not enough people see that because Gonzales is the only playable brigand in the GBA games. Part of the reason I put the killer axe on him was just to see that. Fear can't rescue him. That's fine, a kid in a can. God damn it! Oh yeah, by the way, Ray doesn't move, thankfully. Just in case Cat just in case. I'm gonna put fear over there. I don't like having one-use weapons in my inventory, so I'm just gonna waste it on the wall. There she is. Yep, it's another Cath chapter. Da, 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 dun, dun, dun. La 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 la. Yeah, Volp's worth to death for nosing it. Yeah, this castle's sure to be brimming with treasure. All this loot was stolen anyway. I mean, I guess, yeah. Might as well take it off these nobles' hands. Cool. So yeah, it's yet another Cath chapter. And this time, I'm actually going to recruit her for real. Because this will be the third time I talk to her. Yeah, there's the sleep staff. But that's fine. Nice. I'm getting this pretty good dodge. These are actually pretty lucky dodges because the sleep staffs have 1 RN, meaning that actually was 31%. Running out of killing edges. That's perfectly fine though, because... Alright. Crit. Crap. I should have used the killing edge, but eh. Well, it's not really a big deal actually. 9. That's not much, is it? And he doesn't even double. Oh wow, this guy's got more speed than I thought. Yeah, promoted enemies can actually be a problem. Yeah, screw it, whatever. Nope. I don't even get the chippy XP, don't I? There's a door here that I can't open. That's fine. What turn is this? 8. Alrighty. Anyways, yeah, Cath is going straight for this door, which... I mean, yeah, I knew she would. That's why I had fear. That's why I'm having fear going over here. There we go. Oh boy, a Lalum level up. Of course, the stats don't really matter with Lalum too much. Just don't let her get hit like I do. Yeah, just heal him. Alright. Meh. Whatever, I'll just break. I'll go with that. Just making sure I got things right, and yeah. I'm actually worried about where Kath's gonna go, though. Wherever she goes, it's probably gonna be a range of Roy, so we're good. Yeah, there we go. Wow, these misses. This is great. Anyways, yeah, Kath was nice enough that I don't have to use Lalum to talk to Kath. Sup, Kath? Oh, you. You again. You always come and mess up my plans. Do you have it out for me or something? No, I just wanted to apologize. Oh, wow. Oh, you were touched by her taxation as thefts thing. Excuse me? The last time we met, I was pretty callous. I said you shouldn't steal, but I didn't even realize what you've been through. Oh, that, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. But I still think what you do is wrong. You got some nerve, you know that? So give me a chance. Yeah, chance. Once this war is over, I promise to help rebuild your village. I'll be sure the taxes are put to good use too. Just please stop looting. How long will that be? Whenever this war ends, I can't say when. Can you expect me to wait patiently until then? Now, all I want is your faith. Why are you so kind to me? Because he's the main protagonist in a Fire Emblem game. He's gotta be all kind and crap, right? I'm just a thief. Without you, we wouldn't have escaped Wagner's trap. Yeah, that is true. We would have died to Waluigi. Maybe you didn't care about helping us, but the fact is you did. You saved our lives. You're more than just a thief. Things keep going like they have. I guess you'll get in my way no matter where I go. Yeah, that actually is true, because there are actually a few more chapters that Kath would show up in if I didn't recruit her here, which I will tell you when we get there. As long as you appear in our path. Fine, you win. I'll stop looting battlefields. You will? Thank you. But I'm coming with you. Yeah. Actions speak louder than words. Prove to me that you'll be true to your promise. Neat. So, I finally get to talk about Kath as a unit after several chapters of teasing her. So, people like the meme on her as, like, the worst thief in the game. I actually got pretty lucky with the hard mode bonuses that she gets. But yeah, she's the third and last thief that you'll get in the game. And people like the meme on her and go like, oh, well, she sucks. And you know what? I can see why the stats are awful and she doesn't join until this chapter, which while there's definitely some valuable crap to steal still in the game, it is true that you got 2 other thieves to work with. And I will admit this. Having 3 thieves in one chapter is it's just not a really good idea. You got limited deployment slots, and 2 is good. And I think 2 is plenty. With enough door keys and with enough door and chest keys, you only need 1, really. So, and as far as combat goes, you know, she sucks because her strength is practically non-existent. Now that shouldn't really matter because, like, she can, you know, steal crap, and that's neat. You know, that in itself makes a thief good, assuming that there's good stuff to steal, which there's some fantastic stuff to steal. Now, her stats. As I said, her strength is god-awful. Her defense and res are also bad, but that's to be expected from a thief. Skill, speed, and luck. Speed in particular is something I want to talk about. Yeah, her speed's pretty high, but like, Same goes with the other thieves. I can't look at Chad's stats here, but assuming you train Chad, which I haven't really, but assuming you've trained Chad, he'll be better than Kath. Also, Kath has E-rank swords. So, like, combat-wise, you don't really want to bother with her. With that being said, she does help me in one pretty, in one way that really only applies to me. She comes with an iron sword. Turns out I didn't buy enough, and I'm kind of running short on them, so nice. I get an iron sword. Yeah. She's not the worst unit in the game, although some people would like to say otherwise. But it is true that she's kind of redundant. But here's the thing, if you're doing an Iron Man run, then like, Kath could potentially be a lifesaver. Like, I'm just saying. Like, there are worse units. It's just that if you're not doing an Iron Man, Kath is just kind of redundant. Of course, I'm gonna use her this chapter to, pick chests and crap. Okay, whatever, where's Wallen? Not close enough. Okay, sorry, I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna go about this here. No, there's no way in hell I'm having Luna do it. Yeah, I'm overcomplicating this. I'm just gonna give Alan the XP, and then he'll level up, and it's gonna be great. Oh yeah, that's right! You know, pre-promote EXP. Well, anyways. That's nice. That's a nice level up right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. Okay, I want to get Rucker and everybody else ready to take on Ein. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one more sleep staff used, but that's fine. I can just heal it off. And yeah, let's just break down the flipping door. Whee! We're busted in! Okay, we're good there. Just in case reinforcements spawn here, because I don't recall when those spawn. Like whether it's as soon as you enter the room, or I don't know anything about it. Oh yes, that's right. There will be some rather strong reinforcements spawning here at some point soon. I don't really pay attention to them though, other than this. There will be Wyvern Knights within the squad of reinforcements. But they generally don't get close enough to me before I end the chapter anyways. But yeah, there's something to think about, I suppose. Physic. And then yeah, just heal him, I guess. Alrighty. There we go. Yeah, all that's really gonna happen is that. Alrighty. Nice. 6 misses in a row was really nice. Alright, what's in here? Blue gem! Blue gem is nice. That means more money. More money is great because that means more weapons and, you know, other crap. And yeah, we get to bash this guy over the head, hopefully. Nice. Skill, 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 skill. Nah. He's capped his strength, which... Oh, man, I won't be promoting him until Chapter 16 as well, because that's when I get my next Hero's Crest. But, that's fine, I can deal with it. Because I might not actually use him in all the chapters moving forward, well, until Chapter 6. I don't know, I'll figure this crap out, you know? Hey, Ray. Alright, so... okay. So, what's his deal? Well, his stats are bad. They're pretty bad. And it sucks, because I want to like him as a unit. I honestly do. I like Dark Mages. Dark Mages are cool. But... like, his magic and res aren't... His magic isn't horrible. Like, it's not awful, but, like... The rest of his stats... I mean, his res is nice, but that, you know, that goes without saying. The rest of his stats are just not good. His skill and speed in particular are just not good. He's not gonna double things. And his skill is pretty bad as well. So he doesn't... so he doesn't... Like, at least Gonzales has the advantage of, like, because he doubles things, then at least, you know, when Gonzales has the potential to double things, and when he does, that kind of offsets his bad skill. But Ray doesn't have that. Even in normal mode, which, by the way, he has these exact same stats in normal mode, they're just mediocre. So they're just bad here. Not only that, but his constitution is also just bad. Usually, in this game, you don't really need to... With anima tones and light tones, though you don't really deal with light tones all that much. But with anima tones, you don't really need to worry about weapon weight too much. But with dark tones, you do need to pay attention. He does, and he gets weighed down by a Nosferatu, and it's like, oh, it's just 2 points, but like, his speed is already bad. So now he's getting into the, now he's going to the point where he's getting doubled. That's bad. And like, yeah, Lilina's like that as well, I get it, but like, I mean, but I'm acknowledging that, and I'm using her anyways, because at least her attacks are accurate. Ray doesn't have that. And like, yeah, I'm not gonna always use Nosferatu, that is true. Nosferatu's a good tone to use, but I'm not always gonna use it. So what if he uses Flux instead? He still gets weighed down by the most basic Dark Tome in the entire freaking game. Which, by the way, Flux Tome is a D rank for some reason. That's not really relevant, but... He still gets weighed down. So he will always be weighed down by at least 1 point, which that 1 point can really matter with numbers as low as his. It's bad. I know I'm bashing on him a lot, but I just don't. He's just disappointing to me. And it's frustrating knowing that he could have gotten the same hard mode bonuses as almost every other red recruitable in the game, but it just doesn't happen, and it's unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, dropping off there, and then yeah, I'll just dance for Roy here. This probably isn't the best thing to do, but eh. Alright, there's that. And then get the heal off on Shin. I gotta build up that staff rank. Alright. And we're just about set. Oh, hey. Reinforcements from the south, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he does. Anyways, yeah, the reinforcements from the south. That's your indicator that you'll need to hurry up a little. That, like, hey, you should hurry up a little, or wait for them. Though if you wait for them, don't, because, then you'll fail to unlock the guidance chapter, unless that's what you want. In an Iron Man, you'd want to skip the guidance chapters. I mean, I'll have Ray take the flux, but I have the feeling he won't be doing much. Hey, who knows? Zero, 3, 1. Oh yeah, check out this amazing monologue from the boss. Burn. Yes, that is the name of the country we're fighting. Well, no, it's corrupted through nobles. But at the same time, like, this guy is from freaking whatever. Anyways, I knew that I wasn't gonna be doing much, but I was just doing it for the XP. Just so that, yeah, there we go. I want Gonzales to get to level 10 so that once he can promote, so that once he gets to level 10, I won't have to worry about training him before promoting him. Because I might temporarily bench him once he once he hits level 10. Well, I might not actually, because I do want him to get more skill and speed. Anyways, yeah. If you have the if you can use the Durandal on Rucker, which I always do, this boss fight is a joke. Otherwise, it's pretty rough. So it's all or not, you know, you either have a really easy time or it's a nightmare. I think you know what I'm gonna do here. Oh, who could have seen that coming? What? He's surprised at how quickly that killed him. Hey, Rucker got luck. What enemies are left? Oh. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Brave Bow. I like it. Yeah, Brave Bow is actually pretty good. Its weight, you know, it's kind of heavy, but it's not completely crippling. Besides, you're guaranteed to double. That's the point. I'm actually gonna try to get Shin's bow rank up, and then I think I'm gonna promote him before I end the chapter. There we go. Support with Lilina. Lilina. Roy? What's the matter? You were spacing out again. This is a battlefield. You could get killed. I mean, Dragon's dead and whatever. Anyways, I'm sorry. What's wrong? It's just that we've come so far. Have we? I'm not talking about distance. I mean, we're on the Western Isles. I mean, distance is pretty appropriate. It's just that everything seems to have changed so quickly. Do you remember back when you first came to Ostia to study? Of course, it was 2 years ago. Wait, or was it 3 years ago? Our fathers were still both well. Lycia was peaceful. Neat. No one could have imagined this war. I mean, it was only a few years ago, yet it feels like an eternity. Just listen to me. There's no going back to those days, is there? Support level increased! Which, you know, that's a good thing, obviously. I want to block reinforcements, so... Anybody to heal? Why, yes, there is. And red should be right next to Rucker as well. Cause Rucker and Clarine do take a while to get their supports. I mean, yeah, just have Shin head on over here, I suppose. Come on down! And then loot this. Elysian Whip, real nice. I mean, I already have one, but like, I've got another one. I mean, the intention behind this is like, oh, you use the one that the extra on Tate, but I don't really plan to. And this one will go to a very special unit in Chapter 13. It'll be fun talking about her when we get there. I meant to use the freaking item. Whatever. That's fine. Anyone need healing? Alrighty. Oh yeah, Rucker and Fear do actually have a support. I probably won't focus too much on it though. But yeah, that is something. Just so that Lalum gets a little bit of the XP, cause yeah, that's how I do be, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna cut the crap here and just I'm gonna use the Orion's Bolt now. Screw it. I was thinking of like cutting this video off at like an hour, but I said screw it once I realized it was taking a while. So yeah, I'm just doing this chapter in one video. Anyways, Shin is a nomad trooper. He can use killer bows, which is fantastic, and he will be able to use brave bows real soon as well. On top of that, his stats are pretty dang, you know, his stats are pretty good. It's great. It's nice. It's fantastic. Yeah. I don't think there was really anything else to do. Why'd I think that she could... I'm an idiot. Oh man, hopefully the reinforcements don't show up now. Okay, they don't. But anyways, yeah, he's gonna attack Shin because I'm a freaking idiot. Hey, he doubles. Nice. I don't know what I was thinking there. Anyways, I did it! So, yeah, guiding chapter. Unlock that crap, and it's pretty neat. Yeah, this guy's Elfin. He's actually the guy that you would recruit instead of Lalum if you went to Route B instead. He's the bard I'm talking about. He does literally the same thing though, but he's not an actual unit in the, for whatever logical reason. But he is like, I know crap about the legendary weapons, and I know where the Armadge is at. So here we freaking go, and yeah, there we go. Anyhow, crap, what was I saying? Yeah, so that's the end of this video, I suppose. Chapter was a bit shorter than I thought it'd be. Granted, the video's probably a lot longer than usual, but, anyhow, that's it for now, I suppose. See ya.